You know, when people think about where we get internet from, do you know 97% of the internet that we use, to upwards of 99%, is it satellites or is it underwater?
Cable.
It's cable. And cable is where?
Underwater.
Underwater. 97% underwater. You know how many thousand miles? There's 750,000 miles of cable underwater. Each mile to build these is between $400,000 to $1.1 million to create each mile of this. So go 750,000 miles of cable. Okay, what the hell does this have to do with anything? If you want to pull up these cables, Rob, on what they look like, the underwater cables for internet, and if you go to that one right there, go to that one right there. Can you, no, the one, that's what it looks like, just so you know, but go to the fourth image, right there. Can you make that bigger? Okay, this is what Iran just figured out.
Huh.
You see all these cables where they're going through? 60%. Go zoom in a little bit more. That's a pretty shitty quality picture, but we'll do the best with it, Rob. Zoom in a little bit more to India. Do you see that bottom left, like right in the middle of India, that zero dot right there? Go a little bit higher to show you which one it is. Go right there. Go down a little bit with that arrow, Rob. Can you put it right to the left? Right there. That one right there is Mumbai. 60% of India's internet comes from Mumbai and the cables that go through there. Two of the connections of these cables go through where? Strait of Hormuz. So Iran has realized, wait a minute, if this collapse, by the way, $10 trillion a day is going through that cable. And they figured out and they said, oh, you guys want to play ball, so guess what we want to do? They've not just been asking about the $2 million per ships that come through a day from Strait of Hormuz, which is 2 million times 60 ships is what? $120 million a day times 30 days. That's a lot of money for these guys to be making, right? If you think about, is it 2 million times 60, $120 million, right?
Yeah.
They're not only asking for that because they want to say, we want to control Strait of Hormuz, but guess what now they're asking? They've made 3 requests. 1, they want to take control of the cables that goes through Strait of Hormuz. 2, the entire, if it breaks and fixes, you can't use any other company except for Iran to be able to fix the cable. So they want the business to go through them. And he's now asking, do you know who has cables on Strait of Hormuz? Which companies? Microsoft, Apple, Meta has built their own cables that's going through there. India all of a sudden comes out and is like, wait a minute. We cannot, because Iran's like, hey, we found out about these cables. If you guys mess with it, because back in the days, what China knew how to do was, even Russia trained on this. China had a unit, and Russia as well, where they taught their people on how to go underwater to mess with these cables. And in many instances, they'll go and they'll drop the anchor, okay, in areas that they know where these cables are at, and the ship gradually moves. You know what all of a sudden happens when anchor gets stuck in the cable? Boom, cuts the cable. All of a sudden, the country loses internet. You know for how long? A long time, because it's not like you call AAA and somebody comes and fixes it within 20, 30 minutes. You know how long it takes to fix these things? Weeks to months to fix them. And if India is now being threatened by this, India is now making a phone call and saying, hey, these Iranians, we thought they were dumb. Apparently, they're not done with the IRGC. Not only do they want to mess with this, but now they're talking about they're going to mess with the cables. If they mess with the cables, guess who's going to be impacted by this economically? Everybody.
The whole world.
The whole world. And is there a country that is famous for saying things like death upon America, capable of messing with these cables if you really push them to the corner?
Oh, yeah.
Probably yes. So now this leads to you thinking about one of two things. Does the Strait of Hormuz impact the West more, or does it impact China, India, Russia more? Who does the Strait of Hormuz impact negatively most? More us or China and Russia?
China, Russia.
Okay, beautiful. So if it's China or Russia, don't you think this will be a conversation that they're going to be having? Because we're not at a point with the satellite. Oh, we're going to go, the internet's coming from the satellite like Starlink. You know how long it takes to fix those things?
Yeah.
Long time to fix it. Internet is underwater, and Iran just brought, can you pull up the story, Rob? They just brought this up a week ago. You've not even heard about the story until about a week ago when Iran said, here's what we want with these cables. So whoever's given this intel to them, is that it? Yeah, there you go. Look at this. Look at this. Iranian state media proposes charging international companies a fee to use fiber optic cables in the Strait of Hormuz. Go a little bit lower. Iran's semi-official transnational agency as a could start tsunami. It says change Iran. So they ask for 3 different things which they're getting, and you're starting to see this has become a topic. So I wonder if this will be another one of those things that they'll talk about, because if they all of a sudden get reckless and they mess with this, the world is going to be saying, hey, we got to stop, specifically India. So India will be in the middle saying, well, U.S., listen, we kind of got to finish this war because we can't get anything. And the U.S. is going to be like, nope. Number one priority for us is making sure those guys don't have a nuclear weapon. So this is a bit of a, right there, go to the bottom left. That's how they set up the cables. So look at that guy. That's a maintenance. That's your AAA to fix the cables. Look at that. That's your AAA. And by the way, when you have 750,000 miles of cables, how do you secure them? Do you have cameras down there? Do you have security waiting for them? Do you have people that are waiting there? You ever hear the saying that 94% of the ocean has not been discovered? So if 94% of the ocean has not been discovered, how the hell do you protect 750,000 miles of cables that a country like Iran, if they wanted to disrupt the world, they could? This is it. Look at this. These are all the cables on Strait of Hormuz. And look, the connections with Iran. They know, like, they're starting to talk with, I don't know where this information is coming to them, but this has been a known topic for a lot of people, but it's becoming a conversation just in the last 20 minutes.
Hey there, thanks for tuning in. Want more awesome content? Follow us on all our socials at STK206.